Morning, everyone. How's your Wednesday morning going? I hope you are having a great Wednesday, right? Anyway, so tomorrow is my webinar. It's called Courage Today, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. at Eastern Time. If you still wondering, should I go? Should I not? I'm not sure. You know what? Why don't you come over? Right? So just let me know. Door is open. I'll send the invitation. Anyway, so I've been talking about courage to be or have a courage to, right? It's just, I myself, I love the word is courage. And then I need to have more courage. I love to challenge. I love to have a courage to challenge more stuff because it's scared. I think like 2, 3 years ago, I would probably think like, no, I don't want to try that. It's so scary to have a courage to try this and that. Like 2 years ago, 2, 3 years ago, I wouldn't talk the Instagram because I was too scared, right, to talk because I thought, oh, hello, good morning. I don't know wherever you are, but good morning. So it's very, very scary, right? It's to have a courage. I think you have the courage and fear. It's almost like they're kind of friends in a strange way. But anyway, so like a couple years ago, I didn't have a courage to talk to Instagram live, or maybe I just starting to post in English, maybe somebody else's quote, or maybe maybe I'm just like good morning and about the skies and like something. But that's okay because that's the start of a courage, right? So I mean I didn't have a courage to talk, but I took a smallest step to get what I want, right? So that's how I started. And then tomorrow, that's kind of still big for me to have a courage. I have like English webinar. English is my second language. But you know what? I live here to be honest to be honest with you. I live in Canada for almost 25 years. Right? I came when I was 24. So it's just I was shame myself because I just like, you know what? I live here for 24 years. And then I was so scared to let everybody know that I couldn't speak good English. I still had a hard time to speak English. So I just like, you know what? It's just be vulnerable, and then it's okay. So because my thing is I wanted to speak up, and then I always wanted to speak up what's in my mind, right? And then I had a hard time to express myself, Japanese and English, too, right? So I just like, okay, I want to have a courage to speak up in English and of course Japanese too. So what do I do that? So I starting to take a smallest step what I can do, so that's what I'm doing. So but the speaking and English webinar, it's kind of, I don't think I could get started if my friend Lily and Ashley, if they didn't push me to do it. Sometimes need a push, right? Sometimes it's so hard to start your own. Sometimes it takes too much courage. So I was talking yesterday in Japanese, and then I just like, if you want to start something, and sometimes it's hard to start, it takes a lot of courage, or it takes a long way. Like small, you can take the smallest steps, but it takes a long way. So its easier way is you join the community. If you join the community like-minded, it's easier because if you have a right community, it's nobody's, there's no judgment. And then if you are being vulnerable in that community, it's so easy to be very vulnerable because there's no judgment, right? So once I said, I need to speak better English. And then like there's so many people in the community, they're just like, we'll support you. Don't worry, you go, we'll help you out. So it's like so that way it's easier to help. I get the help, support within community. So I think if I suggesting, I can suggest you like if you want to do something, and then you once you think like what, I'll have a courage. I want to just encourage myself to do something that I want, and then I will really suggest to find a community like-minded because it's easier to achieve what you want, right? Anyway, so that's why I going to have a webinar. And then because my friend Lily and Ashley and also my friends from Movement Makers, they're supporting me. Right? They're supporting me. I'm not perfect. I don't know. I'm ready. Perfect, right? To have a webinar. Perfect. I don't know. But they're just like, do it anyway. Have fun, right? So that's very, very important for me. I find it because every time you think this chance is coming, I'm pretty sure you guys are the same way in your life. Like, I'm sure there's a chances coming sometimes. So every time there's a chance coming, you starting to you don't take a chance because there's so many reasons, right? Those reasons actually show up because you're kind of afraid too, but maybe the other reason too, but you didn't take the chance. And then and what are you gonna do? Like later on, maybe I don't know, like just you might regret, right? And we don't want to live with regret. So that's why I just like whenever chance comes, I'm willing to say yes, right? It's a chance I am willing to take. Like it's once you have the mentality, once you get into the actions, it's most of the chances you will know what is the right chance for you or it's not the right one for you. You will know. So, but in order to do it, you have to keep first taking a chance and you have to see what is good or what is not. I don't know, these English webinars, I have a commitment to do every month. But I don't know, this can be a right move. I mean, maybe this I don't know, like this webinar is gonna be, this is it. This, I will set my life. I don't know. And if I wait, like if I have like, how do I say? So I'm not sure, but there's a chance. My friends are willing to, they are willing to support me. They're helping to set me up, right? So this is a chance. The people I can trust. So why don't I take a chance? I gotta try. Because those chances, like a suggestion came from the people I can trust, right? And then also while you're getting ready, like you always, it feels like nothing is so smooth, right? It's like, because I did it last time, a first time, right? Last time was the first time. And this time, tomorrow is gonna be my second time. You know what's gonna happen? Probably it's not gonna happen the way it should be those like a perfect webinar. Good morning. It's not like one of those perfect webinar. I've seen it on YouTube and Google's. I'm pretty sure it's going to be messy, right? Because it's only my second times. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm pretty sure the friends participate in my webinar. They not gonna expect me to do a perfect webinar. At the same time, I wanted to provide. It's gonna be an hour, so I don't want to waste their time. They spend 1 hour with me. It's a valuable 1 hour time in their life to be with me, and the money too. So I my job is, right? Tomorrow my job is I have to deliver the best of to provide a value for them. Make sure they are walking away with something. When they leave, they feel like, yeah, okay, I can do something. Makes me feel like, I feel better. Or they can apply something, what I'm gonna suggest, tomorrow. So that's why it's same things, because Instagram lives, like I started doing an Instagram lives probably from September, but I used to do Facebook live too. And then in the beginning, it was so scared. All I thought about, oh my gosh, I don't know what if I fail. And then I couldn't speak, I freeze, and everybody else gonna think I'm like being silly and stupid. Or some people's gonna think, what is she doing? She's out of her mind, right? I really worry about that in the beginning. But I realized that I was looking back at Facebook Live, like the other day, like, okay, how was I at the beginning? I was looking back and just like, ooh, that's horrible. I'm not perfect yet. I mean, I'm not, good yet compared with like lots of my friends. But the Facebook Live, I start speaking in English. It was horrible. It's I don't know. Like I couldn't even hear anything almost my voice, but I was nervous. Hey, good morning. I was nervous. But I could see myself. The Facebook Live in English, I did it. I think it's in September. I could see myself. Hey, she is trying. She looks messy, and then she didn't speak perfect English. She looked, I could see, obviously you guys so scared on Facebook Live, but hey, she's trying, right? So as soon as I realized that, I saw myself on Facebook Live, like, it's a bright side, the beautiful side. I just like, hey, I'm glad, I started. I'm glad, September, a long time ago, I had a courage to press the button to start anyway, because I think it's like, if I don't get started, if I didn't have a courage to start it, I am not, oh, good morning. I am probably still sitting at home, no job. I haven't worked. Like it's a lockdown. I can't work. I'm sitting home and every day, no job, and then just like I want to speak up, but I don't have a courage to speak up because I don't believe in myself, and then I'm so afraid to show myself, and I'm kind of worried about the other people think. And then just blah blah blah. Those things I would still sitting at home, the feeling bad myself because I didn't take an action. I didn't have a courage to take an action. So anyway, it's messy. It's still messy, tomorrow the webinar is going to be still messy, but I'll do my best for, to provide a value and the people at the webinar. So that's okay. So I'm just like tell myself that's gonna be okay. So that's about it. So anyway, so the thing is, if you think maybe watching this right now or maybe watching later, if you think that you wanted to do something, it's in here, right? It's like always speaking to you. And then I think I would strongly suggest you gotta listen to her and ask her, okay, you wanna do this? Okay. How about let's give it a try? Oh, good evening. Let's give it a try. Okay? I know you're there for a long time and you wanted to, how do I say? They're waiting for you to pay attention, right? It's like the little babies or little kids, like, wanted to speak. It's like, I would probably think it's like a true yourself. You always have somebody here, true yourself here. And then you've been ignoring her voice, right? But it's time to listen to her. And it's time to start taking an action for her. Because if you don't, what's going to happen? You might regret before you die on your deathbed, right? That's about it. So it takes a courage. I don't know, me, I wanted to speak up. So it takes a courage to speak up. It takes work. And then, it's embarrassing. But what I do, like, you know what? I have a commitment. Listen to her. What's inside me. So I want to keep, listening to her and keep taking actions. Not a big actions, like we'll both together, we're gonna take a small step. Anyway, thank you for listening. And I am pretty sure I am going to have fun tomorrow. And at 9:30 a.m. here, I will have Instagram Live with Petra. She's from Movement Makers. So if, she's very interesting. So I am so excited to talk to her too. So anyway, if you have a time and stop by and check it out, my Instagram at 9:30 a.m. Thank you so much. Oh, oh, thank you, Tessa-Marie. And don't forget, you can still, if you are interested, join my webinar. Send my DM. Like if maybe email is a little bit too much for you, send me DM on Instagram. Oh, good evening. Send me DM on Instagram. Like, I'm interested in joining your webinar. What should I do? Right? Hey, good evening. Just let me know. Okay, so thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Have a great day. See you at 9:30. I'm going to have an Instagram Live with Petra.